We gotta get all this set up. Okay, now I'm going to do it live. Let me correct myself, because you know what? I'm not perfect. I do make mistakes. But allow me to get over there to YouTube and tweet this out. Anybody can see this. Why not? I want y'all to know, perfection, I am not. If you want perfection, go somewhere else. Tweet. Alright, so there's my pop-up show flag going. Just remember, I'm allowed to fail, and fail epically. Because it looks like it possibly might rain, I'm not setting up the whole studio today. So y'all are sitting here basically in my lap at a bad angle, and I apologize about that. Anybody wants to complain, remember, tell Mother Nature what your complaint is, 'cause I can't control her. So, at some point, I've got to figure out a way to do this for an intro instead of all that typing. Just get something to go. What do you think? Final countdown while my show's starting. Just ticking away. Nah, we're not gonna do it. Shh, don't tell anybody I can sing. Actually, that's not singing. That's just something I learned how to do a long time ago. Just to screw with people's heads. It's awful fun in a stairwell, though. People will be looking for whoever's playing, and they just don't know. Alright, so on to my corrections. On Friday, if you were watching my show, I named a series of cigars. I said AJ Fernandez. I know I did. And something was bugging me and bugging me and bugging me. They are not AJ Fernandez, they are Fuente. Arturo Fuente. For some strange reason, my mind gets Arturo Fuente and AJ Fernandez flip-flopped a lot. If I'm looking at the cigar, no problem. I can tell you straight away. If I'm smoking their cigar, no problem. I can tell you straight away. But what I said was that the Exquisitos are AJ Fernandez. Exquisitos are actually Arturo Fuente. Now, Arturo Fuente has a very, very good reputation. So does AJ Fernandez. Don't get me wrong. You're not really going to go wrong with either cigar, but their taste profiles are a bit different. I like them both, so it's not a bad thing to have different cigars. The Arturo Fuente Exquisitos come in a natural and a Maduro. They retail pretty damn cheap, but there's 50 in a box. If you're gonna buy a box, go for it. But get yourself good humidor. It takes a while to smoke that many cigars, even though they are just 20 to 30 minute cigars. It depends upon how fast and how hard you chuff on them, but you can break it down to as fast as a cigarette if you really want to just huff and puff on it, but I'm not suggesting to do such things. I think you should try to enjoy a cigar, just like I think you should try to enjoy a pipe. But I did wanted to go ahead and make sure that I got this correction out there. It was my own issue that caused the mistake. And I'm not trying to be right or wrong all the time. But when I know that I'm wrong, and I know that I've made a mistake, I do try to take it upon myself to come back and to create a correction. Now, for all of those people that went out and tried to find AJ Fernandez Exquisitos, God, I'm sorry. I apologize wholeheartedly. You're never going to find them. Cigar names are, without a doubt, in the tobacco world, one of the most regulated things. In case y'all are wondering, I am smoking another Black Market. And that is coffee in the cup. And I was wrong on Friday. I gave incorrect information, and I apologize. There's no excuse, but I'm not going off of a script here. I'm just sitting here, just talking from memory. These are what I know, these are my memories, and sometimes I'm going to get things wrong. Y'all are allowed to be mad at me, I don't care. Oh yeah, in case anybody's looking for the cup, Cafe du Monde. And let's see if I can't show off the other side. It still says Cafe du Monde. Beignet, coffee and beignets. Actually got this in New Orleans. Feel like I got a piece of Padre Piper's hometown in my back pocket, practically. Well, I stayed in a place that was right by the stadium, and I would literally walk all the way over there to go have coffee and beignets. But being that they're 24/7, I would wait until after I came in from doing whatever I was doing that day, work-wise. Take a shower, get cleaned up a little bit, and then walk over there. Now, it was during the summer, if I remember right. So, it was t-shirt, shorts, tennis shoes, sweaty walk over there. I don't mind. Is it a tourist trap? Yes, it's a tourist trap. But when I wasn't working, it was time to do some touristy stuff. I will tell you, crazy enough as this sounds, best place I found to eat right around in that area was the Bubba Gump Shrimp Company. Or maybe it's the Bubba Gump Seafood Company. I made one of those waitresses laugh and laugh and laugh. Her actual name was Jennifer. So she tells me that her name's Jennifer. I asked for a glass of iced tea, and she says, well, I'll be right back with that. Here's the menu. Go ahead, look through. So I get to looking. She starts to bring that iced tea back. I take a sip of water. I'm making sure I'm ready for this. She sets that iced tea down. Now I've already selected what I'm going to get. But I said, excuse me, let me get a sip of coffee so we can make sure this is right. But I looked at her and I said, that's my Jenny. We go together like peas and carrots. I had to pee. She liked my carrot. she busted out laughing. She was like, "Oh my God, that's completely crazy. You sounded just like him." I didn't really think I did. Then she caught on to what I said. She says, "And that was the most disgusting thing I've ever laughed at." Howdy. Who are you? Welcome in. Please type something. Or don't. It doesn't matter. If you know me and you know who I am, you will be happy to know that realistically I decided to make this video to correct myself. I misquoted. I said AJ Fernandez Esquisitos last Friday, and they are not AJ Fernandez. They are Arturo Fuente Esquisitos. I hate it when I'm wrong. Happens all the time, but just ask my wife. She'll tell you I'm wrong. So anyways, yeah, I got a young little lady named Jennifer. No, I was not flirting with Jennifer. Cute thing. You're just a girl, though. I mean, she's about the same age as my son. Come on. Just being honest, she might not actually have been a Jennifer. But that's what her name tag said. I haven't been to too many Bubba Gump shrimp companies or Bubba Gump seafood companies. The restaurant. I went to one in New York, right off of Times Square. I went to one in New Orleans. Haven't been to any others. Now, isn't it funny how you remember some things you can't remember, and other things you do? Well, I don't remember what I got for my first Christmas. I have no idea what I ate for my first meal. But I do make fun of Forrest Gump pretty good when I can. The movie's hilarious. For all of you who have never seen Forrest Gump, go ahead and watch that movie. And I'm going to go off on that for a little bit. The funniest part of this whole movie happens right at the beginning, and it is the way they put it in there. It's just so slick that nobody even really catches it. Forrest Gump is talking to a nurse. He has already told her, those look like comfortable shoes. To which her reply was, might be hurt. Okay. Her feet hurt. And Forrest gets to talking. And it's about this and that and the other, and he somehow starts talking about how he is named after. Now, I always call this person by his rank because he was a colonel. Now, it was in the Confederate forces, but look, if you are so triggered by some sort of something that happened 100 years before you were born, hell, it was over 100 years before I was born, and I'm damn near 50. So if you're born in the last 20 years, it was 130 years before you were born. I'm not triggered. I'm not for racism. I'm not for slavery. I don't care what you think about the topic, either way you want to go about it. But there's Forrest Gump talking to a black lady about how he is named after Colonel Nathan Bedford Forrest, one of the founders of the KKK. But the way they injected it into the movie is just so slick that people don't get it. They don't see it. It's not even there. It is there. It's right there. It's right there in front of you. He's talking to a black woman about how he's named after one of the originators of the KKK. And she gets very kind of standoffish about it. But you don't really see exactly her being standoffish. She just kind of like sort of scoots a little bit over, and then she's like, that's my bus. Forrest asks her, is that the number 9? She says, no, it's the number 4. She's on the bus. She's the heck out of there. You know what? I bet you she would have jumped on the first bus that came along just to be away from this man. Not really knowing that he's playing, well, Tom Hanks. Excellent job, by the way, of Tom Hanks playing the part of somebody who is a little bit mentally retarded. Possibly autistic. You get some of that from, I'm saying autistic because I'm just getting some of it from some of the things that were implied and said. And then later, as you're watching the movie, this guy who is named after somebody who was the originator of the KKK, somebody who was part of the origination of the KKK, goes and finds himself as best good friends. And you know something like that doesn't happen every day with Bubba. Both of them from Greenbow, Alabama. Fictional place, but that's okay. If you don't know about the movie, you need to watch this. It's dramatic and funny and everything all at the same time. And by the end of things, you probably end up hating Jenny. Oh, by the way, according to everything that I've read, watched, and figured out, Jenny had one of the hepatitises, and because of her lack of actual treatment, it had already caused so much problems, organ style. She did not die from AIDS, and that's a theory that people put out there, but there's some of the hepatitis things that you got to consider back in the 80-ish, 90-ish. Some of those hepatitises, if unchecked, could wreck your health just completely. Even after they're cured from your system, your health doesn't come back from it because it's already done so much damage. And according to everything I've read, now you make your own decisions. So how are we doing today? What are we smoking? Anybody have any barbecued chicken? Even better if it was a young barbecued chicken, because that would be a Mel Piper special. Sweet chicken, baby. One of these days, I'm going to serve eggs with sugar instead of salt just to do it. So what we got coming up this week? Well, there's some people whose names out there got called for a raffle with Mel Garbage Man Piper and are unaware that they won or have not gotten him the information of where to send this stuff or whatever. And I gotta tell you, somebody get in touch with these people. Let them know, hey, look, your stuff's going to get given away to other people. It's your stuff. All you got to do is contact Mel. Mel is very good about doing this. Anyways, I don't want to see you lose stuff that's yours. Professor Walker has started a pipes only channel to separate his lawyer and political viewpoints from his pipe community points, because he doesn't want to alienate, or I guess it's not inalienate, but it's just plain alienate anybody. He just wants everybody to get along. But if you've not been following along because of his normal self, he has started a different YouTube site, WPC Pipes or something like that. Anyways, he put out a very short video about it. You'll see that he trimmed that beard something fierce. Anyways, if you're going to be looking for pipes and stuff, you might actually want to follow along on that channel. Somebody's car alarm. Howdy, whoever you are. I like it when somebody's car alarm makes my show unwatchable. Let's see. Thursday, as per always, we will be having a Mike at Briar Blues. His show starts around 6:30-ish. If you look real careful right through here, you can see my mother-in-law. Tried to keep the smoke from going inside the house. All right. Approximately 1 hour in front of Mike's show, I'm going to be opening up the Voodoo Preview. Now, Mike always allows enough time. He puts it out as premiere on YouTube. So if you don't want to sit there and watch for my show, you know what? Sign up for the reminders on his show. You will find them there about 5-6 hours ahead of time. Look for it on Thursday. It's a great show, very informative. I've learned a lot. I have learned a lot. But Voodoo, what is the Voodoo Preview? Okay. I've decided to name my little 1 hour week on Thursday and 1 hour a week on Friday the Voodoo Preview. What it is it is a waiting room for you to come in. If you don't feel like sitting around for the whole hour, that's fine. I am not going to be asking people to do that, especially on Fridays when things get really long. But if you find yourself 15 minutes ahead of Mike's show and it's not started yet, or 15 minutes ahead of Chad's show and it's not started yet, my channel's going to be open. Come on in, relax, get yourself ready to enjoy Mike's Briar Blues show or Chad's Yardism show. which these are their normal times, I'm just coming on an hour ahead of them. I think on Tuesday I might have to film me going over there and finding out what car is with the alarm that's going off so I can shake that sucker myself. Obviously, they've got the damn thing set too light. I've still got one person lurking. Thank you for hanging out with me. If you got any topics you'd like to talk about, please go ahead, type something in. The worst that can happen is I say, I don't know a damn thing about that. Brain surgery, quantum physics, some things I don't know anything about. The butterfly effect in relation to the time-space continuum. I've got some theories, but hey. What happened to the dinosaurs? Hell, I don't know. I got some theories there too. Anything you feel like talking about? No? Alright, well. Back to me smoking a cigar and drinking some coffee. Very little coffee left to drink. Plenty of cigar left. Again, that is the Alec Bradley Black Market. I got a different cigar for Friday's show so that I can show something different. So what else do we got? Okay. So as per normal, like I said, on Thursdays we do have the Briar Blues show with Mike, and I'm gonna not even try to pronounce his last name because I can't do it. Which, interestingly enough, we found out that in 2016 he became very deceased. I didn't meet him until 2000. I don't know, somewhere between 18 and 19. I don't remember. Then on Friday, we of course have At Yardism, which is Chad. We have At Cane Rod Piper, who is Mike. That's 2 mics a week. And then, of course, we have one of my favorites. Very entertaining show. Something always seems to go horrifically wrong. And just watching the man's face as he deals with the frustrations of trying to put on a great show. And the amount of work that he puts into putting out such a great show. If you don't know who I'm talking about, Over a Pipe. Oh my God. Martin, if you see this, brother, I love you. And your show sometimes turns into a train wreck. And you even make that entertaining. It's hilarious. If you haven't ever been to a Over the Pipe show, please go visit his show. Friday. Now, he's on right after Cane Rod. And you will see me on that station. I guarantee you will see, because I'm cracking jokes and I'm pseudo trolling. I hope he knows that the stuff I make for comments is all purely to be joke. If he doesn't know, God, I feel horrible, because I probably am destroying him and I'm not realizing it, because I go after everything with humor. And then we're going to move into Saturday. Saturday, we're going to have Steph and Skip Kane. Or is it Skip and Steph Kane? Let's keep it alphabetical. Steph and Skip Kane. They put on a show that their show is El Paso / Mountain Time, 11 o'clock. Very entertaining. Very entertaining. And then later on Saturday, you can end up with London Calling with Simon. Now, these just are regular shows. There's other shows out there. There's other videos being posted all the time. For a list of those videos, best place to find them, best place, is going to be at BriarReport.com. You don't have to believe me, but all the YTPC presenters are just about all of them are listed. If you see some names you don't know, you haven't subbed, just go down the list, click on the name, sub, click on the name, sub, click on the name, sub. Quite a few people there, but it's a good way to branch out and grow your community. Don't forget to sub BriarReport.com. We're still trying to get him above 1,000 people. We have hope beyond hope that for some strange reason he won't shoot a video like Dr. Claw from Inspector Gadget, who you never see his face. He'll shoot the video from behind him so you see one hand and a cat. Probably not the cat, though. Phil, if you see this, I can loan you a cat. I got 3 of them. My suggestion would be to use a real docile cat if you're going to do it. So, anyways, I've been on here just about 45 minutes now. I'm going to get off of here. I'm not trying to push this too far. Anyways, again, for anybody who saw my Friday show and who wants to be critical of my mistakes, please do. I don't mind. You're not going to hurt my feelings. If you see that I've made a blatant mistake, call me on it. But I know that I made a mistake, and it was AJ Fernandez Exquisitos. That was the mistake. They're actually Arturo Fuente Exquisitos. Sorry about that. Anyhow, as per normal, y'all take care of yourselves. And as always, long lives, big bowls, and long ashes. Y'all take care, and I'll see you soon. Maybe sooner than I think, because I can't seem to get the damn screen to stop. There it is, the stop button.